Hi everyone, welcome to today's meeting. Today I was called to talk about more of the logistics of how our body functions, and I'm going to talk about the two currents that are running in our bodies, and one of them is called prana, which is the upward moving force from your coccyx, which is the tailbone area, all the way to your third eye, which is in the middle of the head. That is kind of the soothing breath, prana. And this breath helps us in meditation to actually retrieve all of our attention focus inward and connect the soul with spirit. It's very important. And also, eventually, in yogic science, we ideally want to harmonize the in breath and the out breath, and it happens naturally. So you might notice today that as you're deepening into this process, then your inhalation and exhalation are harmonized fully. And when that takes place, that you will notice that there are these larger and larger and larger gaps in breath retention. You're not willing it, you're not consciously retaining your breath, but the retention happens naturally through the harmonization of Rechaka and Puraka, which means in breath and out breath. So that's the upward moving prana. And then the downward moving prana is the apana. The apana force comes from the third eye and moves down into the coccyx, and then it has more of a control over our extroverted attention and focus. And I want to truly stress the difference between prana and apana. Prana is moving you in and up. Apana moves you down and out. And this is the apanic force, the down moving current is that which identifies and ties your consciousness with the body. And ideally, Kriya Yoga, don't imagine Kriya Yoga just to be a set of exercises. No, it is a very, very intricate model of liberation through life force um, control. And there's a big difference between breath control or life force control, because Kriya Yoga is life force control. We're not only controlling the breath, we're actually controlling the movement of energy inside your body. That is very different. And now I am pointing to energetic processes that happen naturally, and sometimes you don't even need to know about these processes yourself unless we do some exercises. Yes. So I'm just telling you that if you're able to harmonize the upward moving current with the downward moving current through your breath, then you arrive at a deeper and deeper and deeper union of the soul with the spirit. And obviously, the breath itself is not prana. Breath, when air is drawn into the body, it contains prana, but the breath itself is not prana. The air itself is not prana, it contains prana. Yeah? And another very important element is that prana, as such, which you call life force energy or chi, is that subtle, energetic and supra-energetic material or non-material that is the backdrop to everything that is manifested. But there's one aspect to prana which is really important, is that it's not in itself conscious. It doesn't have a transcendental quality. Now, in our methods of meditation, what we do is we're guiding prana so that there is this conscious communication of the soul with spirit. Yes, so that is our ultimate aim. Once the soul, the Atma, unites with the Brahma and the Parabrahma, that's when you actually transcend this very confined experience of yourself, where yogic sciences would call it the body cage. Yes, but I don't want to go into such dualism, because the body, the sense of the body, can be fully integrated with the liberation experience, so that your consciousness can use the body and it can be fully free from the body. Yes, those are some final stages, of course, of this process, but that's ultimately where we're heading. And more you're able to integrate this, then you're less and less tethered to this identity as a body, as a person, as a so on, a material being, a subject. Because ideally you're releasing all notions of subject, object, you and the world. It becomes all just one. Yes, all one. And I have a feeling that in maybe not the most ultimate uh, studies of yoga, but a lot of them, these yogic practices do not teach us how to integrate the body consciousness. They're usually imagining the body to be something that is in the way. I'm just letting people in. Yeah. And I think in this day and age, in this golden age, we're given this opportunity to move beyond this dualistic approach. Yeah. And a lot of people, I just wanted to mention in closing, a lot of people, or most people, live only through identifying with this down moving life force, which is the apana. Yes. And so imagine if we have an inquiry, if you ask somebody where is their sense of self, the I, they're going to point to their third eye, which is on the surface level correct. Because if you scan your body throughout most of the day, your attention and focus is in your third eye. Yeah. Now, I mentioned before that there is this process of the Amrita Nadi, where every morning just you can catch those few moments before there's this direct electromagnetic communication of your heart on the right with the third eye, where you regain your remembrance of this world, this body, this person. Yeah. And you can deconstruct that. You can deconstruct this identificatory kind of, even, well, it would be supra energetic process. So for that you need to practice awareness, presence, to actually catch that current that moves from the right side of the heart to the third eye to create this binding to the body. Now, a lot of people, as I mentioned or started saying, are identifying and placing a lot of attention on this apanic current because that's natural, and this is their outward moving being through the senses, through the five senses and the other senses um, that are not as physical. And what we are doing is actually we're moving our attention focus back into the Sushumna Nadi. So there's the upward moving current, the downward moving current, and then there is the current just in the middle of your spine, which you can imagine is like an empty flute. And once life force is brought into that space, then your processes of ascension truly start. And then you start having a deeper sense of who you truly are, your multidimensional being, and then ultimately of your merging with all that is. Yes. So that's why we also use this breath of the alternate nostril breathing that harmonizes the two currents, and then you drop into the mid current, which is the Sushumna, and then open, open. And you can pay attention consciously that during the day, you're not only in the apana current downward. Yes, that's also called the downward moving kundalini. And that had caused a lot of dropping in consciousness in this race in general. And these yogic practices emancipate yourself from the body cage. Again, I'm not demonizing the body, but our sense of materiality is not the only reality. Yes. So let us start the process. Yes, one more thing. I think I called this session how do we materialize our life from the chakras? And obviously every chakra is a plane of existence, and we vibrate out whatever the content of these energetic centers. That's what we are connecting with and looping in our lives. So conscious creation comes into the picture where we can identify our shadows, we can identify the blockages in these energy centers, allow life force to cleanse, transmute, neutralize these blockages, and that's when you start consciously creating. Otherwise, you're just creating by default. There's If there's no consciousness of what is in the hologram, then what is conscious really? You cannot consciously create because the ego can intend things. That's one. But what can you draw to yourself is dependent and contingent on the level of your emptiness. Yes. And emptiness is ideally equal to purity, it's equal to sattva, it's equal to less and less ego-centered being, it's equal to pure love, pure wisdom, and ultimately the harmonization with the only will, which is there's only one will, the will of Mother, Father, God. Yeah, that which is your supreme self. It's the same thing. And then you can choose where you plug into. Are you going to plug into your existential uh, angst, or are you going to lift that up into the heart? And then from the heart, you move into higher and higher realms of potentiality. These are all just potentiality because your body, the physical body, the energy body, the astral body, the causal body, the bliss body, all of them are birthed from an idea, the idea of God. Mhm. And the fractal, this body and all of its layers are the fractals of Source, Mother, Father, God, Source, whatever you call it. And this idea had densified. And the more you can lift this idea into the purity of God's source, then you start reverberating that. It's that simple. Okay, so let us just drop into this deep silence that is available for us in the heart. Trace yourself back, your attention and focus to the back side of your heart. And let us not project an idea that perfection is out there or it is somewhere where you can get it, achieve it. Let's stop that. There's nowhere to go, nothing to be outside of what already is. Allow the white, pristine lotus flower of your heart to reverberate your perfection as we connect to our higher self. And remember, your higher self is not physical, meaning it is not through direct, old fashioned communication that it teaches you, leads you. And I intend now for all of us to have a deepening, a deeper connection with our higher self, soul monad, I am presence. And ultimately, we connect to Mother, Father, God. And I ask Mother, Father, God to oversee and overlight this transmission, healing, uniting with our true self. Let us create this co-joined hologram as we sit around the fire, the yogic fire, It is brought down from the sun lineage, the solar rishis. Rishis are wise men. Solar rishis have taught us the science of transmutation, whereby through subatomic waves, electronuclear waves, we refine the body complex until it merges with the supreme light. And I asked that this co-joined space can only bring forth the highest wisdom, love, the will of one. Allow to visualize this pranic channel from your heart space, from the lotus heart. It is that generator. Remember, the heart is the generator of your experience. As we connect the heart to consciousness, the silence of the heart is the supreme consciousness of yourself. And then we connect also to this planet, the heart of this planet. Imagine roots running from your feet all the way to the center of this planet. Remember, we are the cosmic man crucified in space, time, but crucified in a very beautiful sense. Notice that is that Christed crucifixion symbolism, whereby we create this Y and X axis. The Y axis is the vertical one, where we set up the connection vertically, and also the horizontal, the X axis, is meeting the Y axis at the center of your heart. And the horizontal plane is the plane of your manifestation, where your body seemingly is manifest, although it's just a conglomeration of atoms. So this is how we are crucified in the cosmos. Beautiful analogy. And we come here as embodiment with all of our cosmic intelligence, and we are bringing down this intelligence into this horizontal plane and harmonizing the divine law through the play of energy and consciousness. where there is lack of harmonization, lack of harmony, become and transmute. And know deep down that the meeting of the horizontal and vertical plane is the knowing that you are nothing and everything at the same time. Feel your spine. Feel how all of your attention and focus is being retrieved into the spine, the back side of your body. And you're receiving this blessed, cascading light of golden crystalline photonic effulgence from your crown, your head, through your spine, down your legs, through your feet. Connect to that locality, seeming locality between your coccyx, tailbone, and your third eye. Your consciousness is limitlessly powerful. Just trace this space between your coccyx all the way to your third eye. This is the pillar of creation. This pillar is this mystical heart of your Taurus field. Taurus field is a donut shaped energy field. Your heart is the center of it. This perpetuum mobile, which is a self generating, self sustaining mechanism. Drop into your heart space and practice effortlessness. Start tapping into the fact that everything is happening on its own accord, according to the divine harmony. What we are merging, dear ones, is our Buddhic consciousness, which is our supreme intelligence, with our Atma, the soul. Remember that your Buddhic intelligence is awakened through your heart. It is the vehicle that allows the Atma, the soul, to deepen, embody in this avataric form, the body. I pray for the descent of our soul into this body. Your breath is the vehicle as well that allows this conscious communication with your soul. Move your attention, focus still back into the spine, from the coccyx to your third eye. And allow this stream of pure crystalline white light to enter your spine from your crown. And as you allow this cascading crystalline white light to enter every single cell of your body, the river of your spine is widening. And first, we're just going to allow the stream to cleanse the crown. For the highest good of all. Cleanse the third eye and the back side of your head. Right now, allow this relief from your attention and focus in your third eye. Release it, release it, release it. Everything happens effortlessly in divine harmony. What is the difference? You just loosened the grip of your personal will. Everything happens in divine harmony. Loosen your attention and focus. Release this pressure from the center of your head. Almost you can visualize this pressure dropping into the lotus flower of your heart. And become that beautifully extended river, widening, widening, ever widening, allowing all of the energetic fluctuations that your body mechanism is signaling. It includes the mind, the senses, emotions, feeling. Allow all of it to be submerged in this flow, the holy river. Dropping all attention and focus. Moving into your throat. Opening the space of the throat through this cascading crystalline white light. The unmanifest purity of Mata Shakti. The mantra of today is that everything is happening in effortless divine harmony. There is such contrast. Notice this energetic contrast. When the hologram experiences this codification, this remembrance, that everything is happening in effortless divine harmony. We are remapping the vibratory field of your cells, the blood flow, the lymphatic flow, the spinal fluid, the third ventricle of the brain, fully released from pressure. That is your third eye. Your throat is opening to receive divine guidance. By the way, that is your throat center, divine guidance. You see, art flows through this divine intoxication from the throat. The music of Apollo, Krishna. The eternal sound of the cosmos. Om. That which creates multiverses. Effortlessly, in harmonious perfection. Drop back. We are now recoding our field of manifestation, which you call your life, your body, your mind. As we are harmonizing our field with this effortless, divine harmony, remember it. Your heart sings this effortless divine harmony as your pores are exuding this beautiful, lightless light of the divine, effortlessly, harmonizing this cellular dance, this intricate process of divine play. Each human, each being is a cell in the body of the divine. The perfect harmony between the microcosm and the macrocosm. Everything unfolding effortlessly in divine harmony. Allow now this divine river of golden crystalline white light to purify your heart. Removing all of the obstruction to openness, allowing abundance, soft, soft blessing. Tap into this divine soft blessing of your heart. It is ever interacting through a divine love affair with Source. Igniting the DNA at the seed atom level of your heart. And the DNA now is transfiguring. You might feel a bit of a pressure at the top of your chest as we are releasing. I intend to release any and all DNA and cellular and subatomic memory of relationship inversions, that which overwrote our divine connection to Mother, Father, God, and to each other, to nature, to animals, to earth, to the water, to the fire, to air, to ether, to water, to ether, to earth, to fire. Releasing all of the inversions. Feel how your heart space is widening, expanding. It contains the cosmos. You may now intend to collapse all parallel timelines, past lives, lifetimes, all of the egregores of falsehood that we've created through ignorance. Allow them to just be released effortlessly into this divine flame of supreme love and fire, wisdom. And now we're going to harmonize the horizontal plane. And the horizontal plane is generated by the lower three chakras, solar plexus, sacral, and root. Notice how the pillar of your spine, the pranic channel, starts speeding up. This pillar is moving faster and faster. Crystalline white photonic light conducing this photonic movement The conductivity becomes higher. And the transmutational power of this light is first releasing anything and everything that is not in alignment, the highest will, love, and light of your Supreme Self. From the solar plexus, sacral, and root. This is the fire purification. Use your third eye. Zoom into any of these places. If there are any memories coming up, transmute them into this fire. Ultimately, these three chakras are merging with the heart. So the heart becomes your first chakra. Allowing the heart to call in the soul. Divine embodiment. And now, consciously charge your cellular batteries with this supreme light. Every inhalation and exhalation, You recharge. Healing your aura. Healing your light body. Merkaba vehicle. In perfect, effortless, divine harmony. The world soul, the world spirit unite. So it is.